What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Figure It Out of the Basement's action figure talk show. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys? Quarantine edition number 2.
Yes, we are still practicing social distancing, so you're getting another audio-only episode. Today, we're going to be talking about all of the awesome Black Series and Vintage Collection reveals from Hasbro that just happened on Tuesday, which is actually the day we're recording this, but for you guys, you'll be listening on Friday. So Hasbro teamed up with a bunch of different Star Wars news websites to do some exclusive reveals, which is actually pretty cool. That's pretty dope that they would do that.
Yeah, we definitely got snubbed. Got snubbed out of that.
I can't believe Hasbro wouldn't even give us a reveal.
You know who they actually did snub is Yak Face.
Yeah, that is true. It is crazy that Yak Face did not get a reveal. Because, I mean, obviously these other websites are big, but I'd be lying if I said I've heard of any of them outside of Fly Guy.
Yeah.
But no hate to those websites. It's just, personally, well, me and mdjrick usually just go to Yak Face for all of our Star Wars goodies.
Yep.
So let's just jump right into it. Of course, if you're enjoying Figure It Out, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. But for all you vintage collection fans out there, of course, mdjrick and I do not collect in the vintage collection, but some of you guys have expressed interest in us covering that. So we're going to give you that. And you're getting 2 new figures in the line. The first one being K2SO, of course, from Rogue One, which mdjrick apparently feels personally insulted by.
I just don't really like Rogue One, and I mean, like you said earlier, you can pretend it's just like an Imperial security droid, so I guess that's fine.
Yeah, and honestly, I think Rogue One is probably going to age a lot better, just based on, you know, some of the later Star Wars Disney movies.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, I'm right there with you. Rogue One for me was just kind of like a very experience, but I could see myself growing to like it more and more over time.
Right.
And then next up, we also have Commander Wolf.
Yeah, now that is dope. That is dope.
Yeah, true. Commander Wolf finally coming to the Vintage Collection line is going to have a removable helmet as well, which is awesome for such a tiny, tiny figure.
Yep.
And yeah, those are the 2 Vintage Collection figures. Those are available for pre-order now at pretty much every online action figure website you could possibly think of. So now let's move into the Black Series. mdjrick,
the goodies.
We got some awesome reveals today.
Yes, we do.
So
what are we starting with?
We're gonna start with something that I talked about a few weeks ago, something that was rumored a while back. And that was 2 new carbonized figures, and we got confirmation that those were real. Those rumors were true, which is awesome. And the first one being Boba Fett. I mean, it looks pretty cool. What do you think, mdjrick?
I think this is at the bottom of my list. I'm actually happy we're starting with this one because it only goes up from here. I'm just fine with regular Boba Fett. Now, I feel massively different about the other carbonized figure that was announced, but I'm just fine with regular Boba Fett. I don't think this was a necessary... He's not all metal, you know? It's just his bits of armor, but as you can tell on the figure, even like his leather and things that in real life would be cloth goods are going to have that metallic look to them, which I know that's the gimmick, but it doesn't look right to me. The yellow kind of just looks like barf. I mean, it's not that much yellow. The green looks fine and the silver, but this was kind of just an unnecessary carbonized treatment, in my opinion.
I mean, you could probably say that for all carbonized releases.
Yeah, but the Jet Trooper looks cooler. Like it's the troopers that are like fully encased in armor that I think just looks more natural for it to be carbonized.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I still think it looks pretty cool. I'm definitely still going to pick it up. I like the box a lot as well.
That is true. The box is dope.
The green and yellow box is super dope. Maybe like you were saying before we started recording, like maybe Boba Fett will be one I just keep in the package because the package just looks so damn good.
Right. Some of these boxes look really appealing.
Yeah, especially for the carbonized and like the Gaming Greats line stuff.
Right.
Like Hasbro's been killing the box game for Black Series.
But at the same time, like carbonized, I think it's just another thing for scalpers as well. I mean, just look at the carbonized Mandalorian.
True, but thankfully these ones are not exclusive to any specific site.
Yeah, true. You can actually pre-order them right now on Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah, Big Bad, Dorkside, Entertainment Earth, pretty much every website, Hasbro Pulse. Although I believe they're both sold out on Hasbro Pulse. And I know Boba Fett sold out on Dorkside Toys. So, but
everyone knows Boba.
Right, I was gonna say it's Boba Fett.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not shocked that it's already selling out. And that will be available in June/July. Just depends on how quickly they get shipped out. And then the other carbonized figure is a standard Stormtrooper, but he is all chromed out.
Oh gosh, this looks so dope.
Dude.
Before you go calling me a hypocrite, not you, Nate, but the people watching.
Right.
This Stormtrooper looks like it could fit in with other figures. Like, it looks like it could be in the Imperial ranks. And actually, the paint job almost looks like the Dark Trooper that was on one of our wishlist videos, that Jetpack Trooper from the Battlefront games. I just love the idea of a chromed out Stormtrooper. Looks so dope.
Yeah, and seeing this really, I mean, obviously Phasma was a wasted character, but seeing this figure really makes me want to see a new, updated, chromed out, accurate Phasma.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I'm happy that this is like super silver. I was thinking in my head that it was going to be more like a pearlescent, like Jet Trooper.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm even more happy that it's like a chromed out trooper, because you give me a Stormtrooper in any color imaginable, I will buy it. I will put it on my shelf because it's just another awesome variation of the Stormtrooper. Stormtroopers are iconic, meant to be army built, so it's so nice to have like variations like this, and definitely one of the most exciting releases I think from today is how awesome it looks.
Yeah, for sure. I absolutely love this release, and I think a big reason why I love it so much is that if you wanted to, you couldn't even call this carbonized. You can literally just call it a Chrome Trooper. Like, if they released this and just called it a Chrome Trooper, I would still be like, this is dope. Like,
right.
The carbonized doesn't have any like effect on it. I mean, obviously it does have an effect on the physical figure, but just in my mind, I'm like, oh, it's a chromed out, it's like a Chrome Trooper. So absolutely dope. Love the blue on the mask there, like the breathing apparatus.
True, very, very subtle. So that one is also available for pre-order. These are both $24.99. Of course, the extra $5 for the carbonized paint job. You got us, Hasbro. You got us.
And the box is like white. It's like a grayish white.
Yeah, and they both feature the 40th Empire logo as well on the boxes. So that's interesting that they're considering these part of the line, but I guess it makes sense. But yeah, you can pre-order those wherever you buy your figures online. Okay, so next up was a rebelscum.com exclusive reveal, and this is something that we all knew was coming.
Yeah,
but it's still so freaking awesome, and that is the Mandalorian in the Beskar armor.
This just looks so clean. I mean, just like it does in the show. It's so clean.
Yep, I mean, obviously I could imagine what it looked like in my head, but seeing the pictures, I'm just like, God damn, does this look so good.
Yeah, it almost looks carbonized. That's how clean and shiny the armor looks.
True. They probably just honestly used the same carbonized helmet, just took like the little dirt stains off of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the Beskar version, so he's completely silver, and easily the best part, in my opinion, is that he's coming with the jetpack.
Yep. Spoilers if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure people have been spoiled to hell and back, especially about, like Baby Yoda and stuff.
Yeah, especially people in like European countries.
Yeah. So, super dope. Super happy we're getting this so soon. He's even going to have the insignia on the shoulder. It's kind of hard to see in the promo pictures, but in the jetpack photo, you can definitely see that the insignia is going to be there.
Yep. The signet.
Yeah, I hope that the jetpack has holes in it so we can put those Iron Man repulsor blasts.
Oh yeah.
Into the jetpack, or Hasbro, because they do watch our videos. Just pack some of those in real quick. It's not too late.
I'm saying
it's not too late to pack those in.
Yep, it's gonna look great with the child as well.
Yep, absolutely.
And hopefully we get a Moff Gideon as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to be getting a lot of Mandalorian stuff, but this is just today was just like a small taste of what we can expect, probably from stuff like, I don't know if San Diego Comic-Con is still happening or not anymore, but I'm sure they'll reveal more as time goes on, and I don't think any release date information was given about the Beskar Mandalorian, but other figures that were revealed today are set for fall release this year, so I would have to assume that the Beskar Mandalorian will also be lumped in with that fall wave.
Right.
And obviously not available for pre-order yet, but of course it probably will be eventually. So keep your eyes peeled for that, folks. We all know how crazy it was. Well, I mean, not for me and J-Rick, but a lot of people struggled to get the Mandalorian for a very long time.
Yep.
So people are still struggling to get the regular Mandalorian. So all I can say is
there's now 4 different iterations, because there's the standard white box, red and black box, carbonized, and now this. But I'm down.
Yep. So our best advice to you is to just pre-order, and then pre-order as soon as you possibly can, because you're not going to want to miss that one.
Yep.
All right, and then next up, we've got a first in the line. A first, and we were just talking about this on one of our latest episodes of Figure It Out, about the lack of Ewoks in the Black Series line, and like we said, Hasbro watches our videos, so what do you know? A week or two later, boom, we're getting Tebow the Ewok from Return of the Jedi. How awesome is that? Kind of strange they didn't start out with Wicket.
Yeah, Wicket or Logray or the Chief or whatever his name is. But I'll take it though. It looks dope.
I'm still down. Yeah, it looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah, comes with a spear and the dagger,
and he comes with like the axe weapon as well. So at least they're packing it in with accessories, and I like the little headgear that he has on, like some strange animal creature, and it's awesome. We were just talking about how like it's crazy that there's no Ewoks in the line, and then boom, here we go.
There appears to even be some weapon storage for that dagger.
True. So we've got our first Ewok coming in, and it just looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks great. The fur detail and the paint, how it's kind of like striped.
Yeah. He is kind of a little low gray-y in some ways. But yeah, hopefully that means that Low Gray and Wicket will be coming sooner than later. And this one is going to be available, like we were saying, the fall 2020. And next up is a figure that none of us are surprised to see, and that is the Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's Darth Vader.
Looks great. Finally get the black eyes.
Right. Not really a whole lot to say about Darth Vader.
The helmet might be a little more glossy, which I would love, which makes sense because it's Empire, but compared to like the one that we already have, I think it looks a little bit more more shiny. The
promo pictures definitely make that helmet look incredibly shiny.
Yeah.
And of course, like you said, the black eyes. And we all know this, it's basically the same Vader from the neck down, at least upon appearances, and we know that's a great Vader body. It gives you all the articulation you could possibly need for Vader. I honestly don't know if I'm going to pick this one up right away, though. Just because, yeah, he's got the black eyes, but I would also much rather have like a definitive Return of the Jedi version of Vader where he's got the chain and the black eyes. But this is still a pretty cool release. I mean, what do you think, J-Rick? Are you going to pick this one up right when it comes out?
I think I'll pick 100% of these up. I agree with you, but at the same time, I've just been waiting and waiting for the black eyes, because ever since, like, being a Black Series collector, we've had nothing but the brown or red. I mean, they're supposed to be, like, kind of a darker red, but sometimes in the Black Series it's been brown for reasons. I've always been waiting, because he only really has red eyes in the first film and then in Rebels. But the red eyes are so subtle. Like, there's only a few moments you can actually tell that they're a really, really deep, dark red. So it's something that's honestly always bothered me in the Black Series, that it's always been red or, for whatever reason, brown eyes. I think I will get this one, but I agree with you that it's basically you're spending $20 for black eyes and possibly a glossier helmet. But at the same time, you could say the same thing about any of these other characters. Every single announcement today is a repaint, except for the Ewok. Tebow is his name, right? Yeah. Yeah, Tebow. Tebow is the actually only new character out of all these announcements, even including our last announcement. But at least that one does have a new mold. But I mean, I'll talk more about that when it comes to like our final thoughts of the wave. But I do agree that you're kind of just paying $20 for black eyes and possibly a glossier helmet.
True. And of course, that one is part of the fall 2020 wave, not available for pre-order at this point. And now, the final release reveal today is an accurate Return of the Jedi Admiral Ackbar. Which
this is just great. We were literally just talking about this.
Literally, we're just talking about how they already had the head and the arms. All they needed to do was make a new body, and boom, here it is.
We've been so pissed that we've only ever got a Resistance Ackbar from the new trilogy.
Right.
So the simple fact that we're getting this is enough for me.
Obviously, this is awesome. So happy to finally have the definitive Admiral Ackbar in the line and not Resistance Admiral Ackbar.
True.
So yeah, I believe this one is also going to be coming in the fall of this year, which also not available for pre-order at this moment. But man, what a stacked fall 2020 wave, man. So final, well, I guess not necessarily final thoughts, but overall, J-Rick, what are your thoughts on this wave and the offerings that we got to see today?
It gets me excited. I definitely think it's a good reveal. I mean, in my opinion, they've kind of been hyping up the Hasbro Pulse reveal thing. So I was maybe made the mistake of expecting a little more. I think my main issue, while I'm still maintaining hype for everything, is that there's only one new character out of all of these reveals. I mean, it's only, 5 reveals?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it makes sense, and at least the Admiral Ackbar has a new mold with a new costume, of course, and then we have Tebow. I love the Chrome Trooper. The Vader is so-and-so, it's another Vader. We've had a million in the line. I think the bottom of this list for me is going to be the carbonized Boba Fett.
Yeah. While I'm still excited about the carbonized Boba Fett, I would agree. Definitely my least favorite out of the reveals.
Right. But the Din Djarin Beskar armor. Mandalorian is obviously so hype. I think the Mandalorian, the Ewok, the Chrome Trooper, and Admiral Ackbar, those are all just like guaranteed day one purchases. But in terms of the Vader and the carbonized Boba Fett, those are more so the bottom for me, but they still look cool.
Yeah.
More so the Vader. I just don't think the carbonized treatment was necessary for Boba, but the box looks dope. So, knowing me, I'll probably get them all anyway. But I don't know. These are a lot of them are just repaints, you know.
Right. Yeah, I pretty much echo everything that you said. All these figures are super dope, but at the same time, like, yeah, maybe we could have saw some more bangers, but I think Admiral Ackbar is a banger. The chromed out Stormtrooper is fantastic. Finally getting an Ewok, which is something I've wanted for a very long time, although it's not Wicket or Logray. And of course, I mean, we knew the Beskar armor Mandalorian was coming, but he still just looks so badass, and the inclusion of the jetpack is just that icing on the cake.
I absolutely love, so much respect for none of this being new trilogy. Not necessarily hate to the new trilogy, because I love Force Awakens, but we have had enough new trilogy stuff in the Black Series, and I love that none of this is from the new Disney stuff besides Mandalorian, but Mandalorian is awesome, so that gets a pass.
Right, yeah. I would agree with that. Not hating on the new trilogy, but definitely the only truly good entry was Force Awakens.
Yeah.
And they definitely assaulted us with new characters for
including Rogue One.
Yeah, for like 4 years in a row of just new characters and nothing from the older side of Star Wars. But awesome to see that we're getting back into that, because I think now is obviously the perfect time.
Yep.
And this year is probably one of the best Black Series years already in recent memory. I feel like we say that every single year, but
that
somehow...
is true. But there was one year, like 2017 or 18, that we were just like hating on the Black Series. We made that one episode to Figure It Out a while ago, and then like since that episode, they've just like stepped it up with the photo reel and actually going back and doing more prequel stuff, original trilogy stuff. I mean, we still have like Kit Fisto, Plo Koon. I personally still have Dooku to look forward to, Bly. So there's still like bangers coming out. It's just these announcements specifically, I just wish there would have been like one or two more newer characters.
Right.
What I mean by new is that never done in the Black Series before. Like something from the prequels or Clone Wars or Rebels. Zeb?
Yeah. Surprised. I honestly thought that maybe we were going to see Zeb today, but I don't know what the deal is with Zeb. They must be struggling to translate him into action figure form. This year, it just has a lot of new prequel characters, important original trilogy characters, and iterations of those characters. Like we're getting so many goodies.
Oh yeah.
And I'm so hyped about the Black Series. It's going to be another great year for the Black Series. So yeah, that's pretty much all we got for you guys. Of course, let us know what your favorite announcement from this recent wave of Black Series news is in the comments down below. Of course, if you enjoyed this episode of Figure It Out, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, share this video with all your Star Wars loving friends. It helps us out so much. We're trying to grow the channel, guys. We're trying to grow the channel. So help us out. Anyone that you know that likes Star Wars action figures, let them know about your basement boys. Of course, I'm Nate. Been joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you guys next time.